The primordial concept of the I Am. This slide explores the philosophical concept of the infinite I Am, which represents the primordial origin of existence before the creation of universes, personalities, or even space. This static moment of eternity is a hypothetical starting point for contemplating the origins of reality. The I Am is described as the infinite, a fundamental metaphysical principle that precedes the emergence of the physical universe. This slide sets the stage for a deeper exploration of the philosophical and spiritual understanding of existence. The infinite I Am represents the unqualified infinity and undifferentiated reality of all that could ever be. At this theoretical moment, the I Am is both cause and effect, seeing and nothing, occupied by the infinite and encompassing infinity. This concept speaks to the primordial, foundational nature of reality, the absolute, unconditioned source from which all else emerges. The I Am is the ultimate, indefinable ground of all existence, the pure potential and primal essence that underlies the manifest universe. This slide sets the stage by introducing the most fundamental and inscrutable as perfect aspect of reality, the infinite, indivisible, and incomprehensible wellspring of all being. The universe begins with a primal source, the static I Am, that initiates the cycle of reality through self-differentiations. This transition from static I Am to the dynamic I Am Father of the eternal Son represents the emergence of dynamic reality from the initial stillness. The image illustrates this cosmic differentiation, showing the transformation from a state of pure stillness to the beginnings of motion and activity. This dynamic reality takes origin from the first source and center, who through inherent volition sets the stage for the unfolding of the universe. The shift from the static to the dynamic is a fundamental aspect of how all reality comes into being. The seven absolutes of infinity are the foundational premises of all reality, existing eternally alongside the first source and center. The first three absolutes are the Universal Father, the first source and center, the Eternal Son, the second source and center, the Infinite Spirit, the third source and center. These three absolutes are not created to being, but rather the eternal and coordinate premise upon which all reality is built. The Isle of Paradise. The Isle of Paradise, the absolute pattern that serves as the foundation for all creations. The Deity Absolute, the potential for universality, representing the capacity for the Absolute to become anything. The Universal Absolute, the unifier that brings together all aspects of reality. The Unqualified Absolute, the static repository that contains all non-defined reality. These seven absolutes form an infinite circle that provides the foundation for all future cosmic expansion and development. The Paradise Trinity. The Paradise Trinity represents the indivisible unity of deity, the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. This Trinity is not just a grouping of three personalities, but a real, absolute reality that functions as the one deity in relation to the entire universe. The seven absolutes represents the functional diversification of infinity, while the Paradise Trinity represents the fundamental unity of deity. The image depicts the three divine figures unified in perfect harmony, surrounded by cosmic light and sacred geometry, symbolizing the transcendent nature of the Paradise Trinity. This slide lays the foundation for understanding the central lore of the Paradise Trinity in the cosmology and theology of this presentation. The Trinity is a profound concept in Christian theology, representing the unity of three eternal divine personalities, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Despite their distinct lores and expressions, the Trinity is characterized by an absolute oneness of divine function and purpose. This archetype of inevitable unity allows for diversity within the Godhead while maintaining the essential oneness of the divine nature. The Trinity demonstrates how the three eternal persons can be truly one, a mystery that has captivated theologians and believers throughout the ages. As we explore this profound doctrine, we gain deeper insights into the nature of the divine and the unity that lies at the heart of the Godhead. The functional triunities. The functional triunities are distinct from the organic entity of the Paradise Trinity. They are functional association of the seven absolutes of infinity, designed to integrate and unify the various pages of reality. There are 15 such triunities, though only 7 are revealed. The first triunity is the personal purpose of the Father, Son, and Spirit. It differs from the Paradise Trinity in that it is a functional aggregation rather than an undivided deity. The Trinities act as the balance wheel of infinity, managing the interactions between the absolute, the transcendental, and the finite. They ensure that the diversification of reality remains unified in the first source and center. The triodites. The triodites are triune relationship involving the absolutes, distinct from the triunities which include the universal Father. The triodite of actuality coordinates all actualized reality, spirit, mind, and cosmic pattern. It consists of the eternal Son, the infinite Spirit, and the Isle of Paradise. The triodite of potentiality represents the infinite reservoir of all latent energy and spirit. It consists of the deity, universal, unqualified absolutes. These triodite associations are crucial as they directly impact the evolving universes. The triodities are the cosmic frameworks through which the experiential deities emerge and evolve. The promulgations of finite reality. The promulgation of finite reality is the origin of time and space, initiated by the Universal Father after the stage was set by the absolutes and coordinated by triunities. This slide introduces the concept of primary and secondary maximums. The perfect Habana universe as the primary maximum and the perfecting superuniverses as the secondary maximum. The image depicts the birth of time and space with a cosmic clock and spatial dimensions emerging from an infinite void and galaxies forming in the distance. This sets the stage for understanding development of the finite universe from the infinite and absolute. The creation of the finite introduced the growth cycle. The creation of the finite introduced the growth cycle, a downsweep from infinity to the domain of the finite. This act of creation necessitates a time lag in the attainment of perfection, providing the arena for creature participation in evolution. The finite universe is not a limitation of the infinite, but a volitional self-limitation for the purpose of sharing existence with the created beings. God the Supreme. God the Supreme is the evolutionary deity, the personification of the sum total of all finite experience. Unlike the eternal paradise deities, the Supreme is experiential and grows as the universes grow. The image depicts a majestic, evolving deity figure emerging from soaring galaxies and cosmic energies, representing this divine evolutionary growth. The Supreme is the finite, experiential counterpart to the infinite, eternal deities. As the universe expands, the Supreme grows and develops, reflecting the karmative experience of finite creations. The Supreme Being is the unifying deity who brings together the perfection of the Creator with the experience of the created beings. He is God in time, the focal point that guides and directs the evolutionary growth of the universe. The Supreme Being derives his spiritual personality from the Paradise Trinity, but his power and abilities come from collective deeds and achievement of the Creator Sons, Ancient of Days, and Master Spirit throughout the grand universe. The image depicts the cosmic power and divine energies that flow through the universe, connecting the spiritual and material realms. The Almighty Supreme. The Almighty Supreme is the power aspect of evolving deity. The Almighty is the over-controller of physical power in the grand universe. This power evolves through the activities of supreme creators, God sevenfold. As local universes and super-universes are settled in light and life, the power of the Almighty increases. This physical control is essential because the spirit person of the Supreme requires this power foundation to function completely. This synthesis of almighty power with the spirit personality of the Supreme is the great task of present universe ages, resulting in a unified deity who can coordinate all finite reality. Man's role in the Supreme. The Supreme Being is the evolving and integrating deity for the grand universe. Mortal humans play a vital role in the Supreme as we contribute our unique finite experiences. When we choose to do God's will, we add value to the Supreme and help actualize it. Our evolving souls, created by our minds and thought adjuster, become a permanent part of Supreme. The Supreme acts as a bridge, allowing us to ascend from the finite to the transcendent, from creature to creator. By striving for perfection, we help bring the Supreme into fuller actuality. The emergence of the ultimate. Beyond the finite lies the absolute, the level of the transcendent. Here, God the ultimate is eventuating. The ultimate is more than the Supreme, transcending time and space. The ultimate represents the integration of the finite with the absolute. He is the deity of the master universe, while the Supreme represents maximum finite reality. The ultimate is currently present but not fully emergent. The function of the ultimate. The function of the God, the ultimate, involves the complete evolution of the master universe and coordination of the finite and the infinite. This level of reality involves beings and realities that are beyond the finite and the creational, operating in domains that transcend time and space. The image depicts a grand transcendental cosmic architecture, a visualization of the complexity and multidimensional nature of the master universe. The ultimate represents the pinnacle of cosmic development, where the finite, infinite are fully integrated and harmonized. Understanding the function of the ultimate is key to grasping the grand scope of and profound depths of divine plan for the universe. The Trinity Ultimate. The Trinity Ultimate is the first experiential Trinity formed from the completion of finite and emergence of the Absolute. It is represented by three key components. First, the Supreme Creators, represented by the Master Spirits and Creator Sons. Second, the Supreme Being, the evolved finite deity. Third, the architects of the Master Universe, the transcendental planners. This Trinity is destined to coordinate the administration of the vast galaxies of Master Universe. It signifies that evolutionary finite has reached its destiny and is now collaborating with the absolute architects. This Trinity allows for group attainment of ultimate eventualities, transcending individual capacities. The Master Universe and Outer Space. Beyond the borders of 7 super-universes lies the vast uninhabited energy levels of outer space, where new universes are now mobilizing. This is the future domain of the Trinity Ultimate and the course of the finality. We believe that mortal finalities, having attained the Supreme, will serve in these outer universes, applying their finite experience to new administrative problems. The organization of these outer space levels suggests the future universe age of enormous magnitude, where the powers of the Supreme and the Ultimate will find full expression in the administration of galaxies far exceeding the size of present grand universe. God the Absolute. The concept of God the Absolute represents the most profound and ultimate realization of deity. This is the experiential actualization of the absolute level of deity beyond even the Supreme and the Ultimate. While the deity absolute is existential and potential, God the Absolute is the actualization of these potentials. The actualization of God the Absolute would imply the complete exhaustion of all potentiality, a goal that seems infinitely remote yet theoretically impossible. This is the personality consequence of the final function of the Trinity Absolute. This level of deity is beyond human comprehension, representing the pinnacle of divine realization in eternal light.